All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity, and shalom to the few sisters that watch. Just coming back with another lesson, basically going into evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the things that he's brought up against Jake, man, to try to destroy Jake throughout the years. Basically here in Babylon the Great, and we're just gonna get some scriptures, going into revealing this man and going into some historical facts that this man has brought up against Jake, to try to destroy Jacob. And when I say Jacob, we know them as the blacks, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So, with a brief, disclaimer before the lesson, man, you got people out here still want to talk to you about, plans that they have for 2025, 2026. Man, these people are so delusional out here, man. World War III is on the brink. Esau, Edom is about to come down with this hammer. And, it's just a bunch of nonsense going on, man. So, let's see. Salakia. We'll go grab a couple scriptures, man. We're going to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12. And verse 12. This is what these people fail to realize. The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And that's amen. We here. This devil know his time is running out. He's about to implement the MOTB, usher in Jacob's trouble, amongst other things, man. But you got people still blinded. They're gonna be caught off guard to, they not gonna know what to do, man. People are gonna just start going crazy because they putting their trust in Babylon the Great. Trying to grow, their bank accounts for future investments. And there's nothing wrong with getting your finances straight. This is something we got to do here in Babylon the Great and wherever you are. But these people are actually trying to make a place here and looking forward to years upon years, man. And it gets real vexing, man, talking to people of the world, because, they making plans. They want to go here. They want to do that. They planning on buying this. But I mean, that's the that's the last thing we want to hear about, man. That's just it, man. We do things, man, sometimes, but we don't boast in them. We don't look forward to making plans for 2026. The only plan we want is to be out of here, man. Basically. So enough with the rant. We'll get into the lesson, man. We're gonna go into the diabolical ways that this devil has came up against Jake, and we're gonna go into the word diabolical. Diabolical. It says characteristic of the devil are so evil as to be suggestive of the devil. And the scriptures clearly identify who the devil is, man. The person that comes to do the will of Satan, man. In a physical form. And that's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked of the scriptures, man. The wicked of the earth. So, we got the definition of diabolical. And that describes this devil to a T, man. So we'll go to the book of 2 Thessalonians, Lord willing, we get through this lesson and it'll be edifying, you know. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and we're going to drop down to verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. He who will not let it will let. And that's Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Letting these devils, do what they have to do, right now, because we have to serve out our punishment, for going off. But it says, until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. That wicked is Esau, Edom, so-called white man, being revealed, by the men out on the highways and hedges, doing the sincere work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, from Apostle Hall on down, man, bringing this truth out, man, 100% truth. Verse 8 again, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And he's being consumed with the spirit of the Lord's mouth by the men out there sighing and crying, bringing his word out against this devil, man, without fear, standing in great boldness, It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And when the Lord comes, we know he's coming back in those chariots, man, coming back in that chariot with a whole fleet of chariots, to destroy Babylon the Great. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, and with all power and signs and lying wonders. And that's this devil, man. Diabolical devil. That's what he is. It's a diabolical devil. He means absolutely no good, man, to the earth. This devil is putting chemicals in the foods, putting chemicals in the air, poison in the water, hoarding the riches. So we know who the devil is, man. And it's no ifs and buts about it. So we'll start off with this, man. This is how this devil started. He was a devil before this, but we just speaking on Babylon the Great. And it starts out with the transatlantic slave trade. And it's just some brief information we're going to go over. It says a call came in. It says the transatlantic slave trade was the transportation of enslaved African people, but we know it was Israelites, enslaved Israelite people to the Americas by European slave traders. It was one of the most violent and traumatic eras in history and involved the forced movement of over 12 million people. And that's just a rounded off figure, because they don't know. I'm sure it was a lot more than that. But it says it was one of the most violent and traumatic eras in history, not just American history, but the history of the earth, and these people seem to think something this dramatic, something this violent would not be mentioned in the scriptures, man. That's how crazy these people are. It says the transatlantic slave trade occurred from the 16th to the late 19th centuries. Countries involved Britain, Portugal, France, Spain, and the Netherlands were all involved in the slave trade. Bunch of Edomites. Says destinations, enslaved Israelites were taken to the Caribbean, Brazil, and North America. And that's where you get the 12 tribes from, man. That's where you get the 12 tribes sign from, to all the unbelievers out there. Vocab Malone on down to the rest of these Christians, man, or these unbelievers. It says European merchants traded iron bars, textiles, luxury goods, cowrie shells. I don't know what that is, but it says liquor and firearms for enslaved Israelites. But you can see this all throughout the scriptures, man. Yahweh Shem Shai calls his people, silver and gold, man. Let's see. Economic impact. It says the transatlantic slave trade created generational wealth for Europeans and white Americans. Esau, Edom. It says it also fueled the economies of British cities such as London and Northern American cities such as New York City, man. So these people really don't think they owe anything to us, man. But we don't want nothing but retribution, man. It says the transatlantic slave trade represents one of the most violent, traumatizing, and horrific eras in world history. Nearly 2 million people died during the barbaric Middle Passage across the ocean. The African continent was left destabilized and vulnerable to conquest and violence for centuries. So this devil got to pay, man. We just briefly showing you the things that this devil has brought up against Jake, man, to try to destroy Jake. Black, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's just the beginning of it, man. This devil gotta pay, and anybody that don't think so, you're gonna fall along with this devil. Anybody trying to save this devil, anybody trying to make a place here in Babylon the Great, you will fall with this devil, man. No ifs and buts about it. So, all right, we'll go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. And we're just going to jump down to verse 2. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exhort the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And that's what's going on, whether it be on the highways and hedges. It's like through YouTube, various brothers are shaking the hand, man, shaking the hand. And it's definitely reached the gates of the nobles. You got Donald Trump. He knows. All the high-ranking officials, they know. Everybody knows, man. And it's the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because if it was up to these devils, we wouldn't have any platform, man, at all. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is extending the time, so to speak, so this word can get out to the elect, man. And once the elect are sealed and everything is all said and done, that's when Yahweh Shem Yahushua really gonna start to make things happen throughout the earth, man. And we can see it happening now. So we're going to go to the next phase of what this devil brought. And it's the Jim Crow era. More brutality, more depression, trauma brought forth. All right, it says the Jim Crow era was a period in American history from the 1800s all the way to 1960. So this is almost 100 years more. It says when laws enforce racial segregation and discrimination against so-called black people, which are Israelites. It says Jim Crow laws were state and local laws that required racial segregation in public places, schools, and transportation. They also prohibited intermarriage and made it illegal for black and white people to associate with each other. Punishment. People who defied Jim Crow laws faced arrest, fines, jail time, violence, and even death. This was a hard time, man. And a lot of our grandparents, grew up during this era, man. People that we actually are associated with, man. People that pretty much kind of raised us, man. Grew up in this era. name, the term Jim Crow comes from a popular minstrel show character named Jump Jim Crow, where white actors performed in blackface. Jim Crow became a derogatory term for black people. So man, that's just another aspect of what this devil has done. So we'll get rid of those, man. We're gonna keep it going, So we just pointed out, man, revealing this devil, man. That's what we are sitting here to do. Preach the word. And you still got people that think this man really has the potential to care about you, to care about your well-being, And even after the Jim Crow era ended, this devil brought welfare, separated the homes, kicked the men out of the homes and propped the women up financially. So they would depend and rely on the government, and it ultimately destroyed the household, man. So we'll go to the book of Isaiah chapter 47, and we're gonna jump we're gonna start from the top. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called delicate and tender." And it's speaking of America, man. Most wicked kingdom ever established in the history of the world. It says, "Take up the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." So, his devil nakedness is being uncovered. His shame is being put on full display. And that's what we're doing, man. When our Lord Yahweh comes back, he coming as an angelic being, man. Not coming back as a mortal human, man. Able to have damage done physically. No weakness, man. Our Lord is coming back like the ultimate warrior, man. So, that's what's going on, man. Just by doing these lessons, going out on the highways and hedges, man, this devil is being exposed. Everything this devil is doing is being exposed. Everything this devil has done is being exposed. And we just going throughout history, pointing out the diabolical acts of this devil, against the children of Israel. So we'll go to the next one, man. After the Jim Crow, you had other stuff going on. Like I said, the welfare, the separation of the male and female household. But this one right here hit hard, man. This right here is my era. The crack epidemic. And this is something that was orchestrated by this devil, man. Diabolical devil. Doing the works of the devil. It says the crack epidemic was a surge of crack cocaine use in major cities across the United States throughout the entirety of the 80s and the early 90s. This resulted in a number of social consequences, such as increasing crime and violence in American inner city neighborhoods. And when you say inner city neighborhoods, that's speaking of where the Israelites dwell, man. Cursed shall I be in the city. As it's spoken of in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. That's one of the curses, man. And this reached every aspect, not just the inner cities, man. The countries too. It says this resulted in a number of social consequences, such as increasing crime, violence in American inner city neighborhoods, and resulting backlash in the form of tough on crime policies and a massive spike in incarceration rates. And this was planned by this devil, man. They sat down and actually came up with a chemical, that was so addictive that it would cause people to do anything for it. And they knew that the crime would go up, and that was a boom in the prison system, man. So with this, it brought the total annihilation of the family structure, man. Like I had friends growing up, man, that parents, had great jobs, so to speak, doing well, so-called middle class, man, but they got hooked on that crack, man, and just flipped their whole lives upside down, man. And I'm a witness of this, man, like directly. And a lot of people that I know, a lot of my family, man, was affected by this. Whether they used it or sold it, It says President George H.W. Bush holds up a bag of crack cocaine. And this devil know what he was doing, man. Look at this devil, man. It says in the early 80s, the majority of cocaine being shipped to the United States was landing in Miami and originated in Colombia, trafficked through the Bahamas. Soon there was a huge gulp of cocaine powder in these islands, which caused the price to drop by as much as 80%. And these devils allowed this to happen, man. So we're gonna jump down to the crack. It says faced with dropping prices for their illegal product, drug dealers made the decision to convert the powder to crack. Okay, how? Who showed them? This is something this devil came up with, man. It says a solid, smokable form of cocaine that could be sold in smaller quantities to more people. It was cheap, simple to produce, ready to use, and highly profitable for dealers to develop. As early as 1981, reports of crack were appearing in Los Angeles, Oakland, Chicago, New York, Miami, Houston, and in the Caribbean. And you can't really fault these people that used the crack, because they didn't know what was gonna happen, man. They had no clue of the effect that this drug would have on their lives, man. All they knew is they were getting high, but they didn't know they were gonna be doing, selling their kids, selling their own bodies, man. Men doing unthinkable acts. Losing your job, stealing, taking food out your house and selling it, man. All kind of stuff, man. Seen it all, man. And it affected Jake, whether you was selling it or using it, man. So it was all orchestrated by the devil, of course. So, we just showing, what the devil did and what the Lord said about paying him back. So we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 49, and we're going to jump down to verse 7. It says concerning Edom, you see, Edom, so-called white man. Whether you unbelievers out there believe it or not, that's who it's talking about. If you don't believe it, then that's your problem. It's soon going to be revealed, man. Book of Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7, it says concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And this coming from the big daddy, man. This coming from the heavenly Father himself. It says concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. Even thieves, They ain't gonna take everything. They gonna leave something, you know. But this devil, on the other hand, says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. So this devil has been revealed. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has uncovered this devil's secret places by way of the prophets. It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. So, know what? No, it's already out there, man. It's already out there, you know. Brothers doing lessons, brothers out on the highways and hedges telling this devil that they know who he is. You know, and the elites already know who they are. Just these average everyday Edomites, they know now. But, you know, that's who this for, man. It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So, you know, this devil, let's see. It says, leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. You know, and that's speaking of the Israelites, of course. You know. Hey, man, the elect, first and foremost, on this go around. Verse 12, it says, for thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And that cup, man, that's the cup of judgment. You know, that's the cup of indignation that the Lord is going to bring to these devils, man, for all the wrong they've done against the children of Israel. You know, and you know, these people want to make us out to be so bad, you know, so bad to the United States. We not doing any acts of violence. We haven't hung anybody from trees. We hadn't came up with some chemical concoction to like it. I have no clue when this video stopped. You know, calls keep coming in, and you know, it's fairly irritating, man. You know, got to find some other means of doing this without disturbance. You know, yeah, it's irritating, man. You know, especially when you're trying to bring the word out. But you know, this devil is going to be punished. You know, for the acts that he's brought up against the Israelites. You know, coming up with chemical concoctions, medical testing. You know, you got the Tuskegee experiment, you know, where they gave Jake syphilis, claimed like they was curing them, but steady injecting them. Man, this devil is diabolical, man. Matter of fact, let's just go back to the word diabolical, man. You know, this is a heavy word when it comes to this devil, man. Diabolical, characteristic of the devil, are so evil as to be suggestive of the devil, man. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. And, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring that pain to this devil, man. You know, and that's basically what we patiently waiting on, you know, for the Lord to come back and utterly waste his kingdom so that there'll be no more, and set his kingdom up with righteousness, man. That's what we're waiting on, you know. So, you know, this was just a quick lesson, man. Lord willing, it was edifying. And, you know, we want to constantly give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.